Welcome to Nagaland Cornerstone TV. Today we continue the special series feature about the Legislators Forum on AIDS, LFA Nagaland, and its impact on Nagaland.
Hello. In this daily 5-part 12-minute video series, we will get to know exactly what LFA is all about.
Today, for the second part in this 5-part series about LFA, let's start with Dr. T.M. Lotha, Parliamentary Secretary and former Health Minister, who said, and I quote, "All the legislators should take up the issue and every political forum should be used to address the people and make them aware of the consequences of HIV/AIDS.
Individual legislators, now they should also give their time as leaders and take up the ownership and create awareness in their respective constituencies. Because being leaders, they are responsible for these things.
I believe we all have to control our lifestyle. We also have to show to the people that it is not the right. This is the right. That is our job, and create awareness.
What is our responsibility as a legislator or any other, community leader? And ensure that there is no victimization, there is no discrimination, and then making aware.
As Christians, we should not only preach in the churches. What we should do is we should translate our preachings to the people with certain reality. We have to be the doer, not a preacher.
We have actively involved ourselves in our constituencies, in our to talk to the students' body, talk to the church leaders, and to the NGOs.
I feel that all the MLAs should compulsorily be made to go. For us also, if we are called to, go along with our colleagues, we are ready.
And we feel that all the elected members are also responsible in these issues. So we formed a forum on HIV/AIDS. It is very critical because the spread of HIV is was very rampant, and unless it is checked, this will spoil the whole society, a full abundant generation. All the legislators should take up the issue so that every political forum, in all the available forum, we have to address the people, make the people aware that the consequences of HIV/AIDS. You see, we have contributed 1 lakh each from all the legislators. And with that one, we have helped the VDBs, village council members, so that they have a frequent meeting about HIV/AIDS. And we also instructed them to invite some resource person so that they will give lecture in the villages, in the village council about the HIV/AIDS. Especially the younger generation, they have been thoroughly made aware of the HIV/AIDS. So I think we have done extensively very well in Nagaland by the legislators. Jointly we work together, NSECs, legislators, and also the NGOs, some of the civil society organizations, we work together. And I think in Nagaland it is a real success. Political support is very, very important. See, the leadership support is very, very important because, and unless the leader take up the responsibility, the efficacy is not that much. So all this should be involved in it. The road of spread of HIV/AIDS is various roads are there, but I think sexually transmitted is one of the major issues. And so the young people should be made aware that good behaviors, that is very, very important.
You see, the need arose when the whole world was up in flames with HIV/AIDS. It kicked off from 2007. And in 2008, in March, by that time in the 11th Assembly, I came as the new Health and Family Welfare Minister. There I was made the convener. So there we took up the case on war footings. And in the first instance, this would not have been possible if not for the 60 legislators members who had willingly had decided to donate 1 lakh each every year for this cause. And I believe from 2008 to 2013 till date, I think the LFA is doing very well. And this was well taken in the international community as well as the government of India also. And after we had started this, they started the same formation in the neighboring states like Mizoram, Manipur, and the other states also. They had followed suit, seeing the results.
Right, sir.
Because at that point of time, the prevalence rate was, if I am not mistaken, 1.20. And Nagaland state was the third highest prevalence state
Right, sir.
from 2008, mind you. But after active involvement and after political given by the legislators at that point of time, and sex is also a part of it, NACO is also part of it, UNH is also a part of it, and stakeholders are all the NGOs, the church-based organizations, the civil societies, the students, all are the stakeholders. I think we should take up the ownership if we have to fight this dreaded disease. But since now there is a policy to it, I think if we give more political will, I think the prevalence rate can go down. And our aim is to bring it to zero, zero prevalence rate. Individual legislators, now they should also give their time as leaders and take up the ownership and create awareness in their respective constituencies. Because being leaders, they are responsible for these things. If I'm not mistaken, fresh HIV positive cases has been reported in places like Dimapur, Kohima, Tuengsang, Kipri, and Mokokchung. 5 districts. We have to buy a viral load testing machine, which is practically is around 30 lakhs. And Nagaland does not have one. Neither do the department. So for this testing, our people used to go to Assam or our neighboring state like Manipur. Then I think people will come more forward. They'll not spend much money. They'll get tested, and once they know their status, then I think we are safe. The dangerous part is people not knowing their status. In that way, it can rapidly be spreaded. But it is the mindset of the people, the way we accept them or not. If we still have a policy, but even if in our mindset, if we continue to discriminate them, it cannot help. Knowing them, we should not feel dirty. We should not discriminate them. We should try and be positive. We should try and help them, rescue them. One message I can give them is to keep their moral values intact and to stay away from sex. But in case they have no option, then they have to have protected sex. Everyone should go and do their testing, because when you are positive, you should have awareness, and you should know that you should not spread it further. It should be a full stop from there, isn't it? Then the further spread will be stopped. LFA is doing well under the leadership of the Honorable Speaker, and as far as the state government is concerned, the state government is all out on war footings to fight this dreaded disease.
According to this ICDC report, we cannot say it's going down now. Rather, it's going up, because every month new infection is coming up. So I cannot say, from my side, I cannot say it's decreasing now. It's rather increasing now. Our experience as an NNP, we could able to reach even to the interior part of the state, like even going to the Noklak area, where Tonokyu area, where I think it was long gone in Tonokyu area. 14 or 15 of us to go for this viral testing, because it's very costly in Nagaland, and then the testing machine is not there. If they have a will to do, they can bring the viral machine in our state also, because it's not only for HIV, it will help us for those cancer patients also, and hepatitis C patients also. Even for the testing, just to draw our blood, we have to go to Imphal, and then from Imphal they have to send to Calcutta. They have support us in doing advocacy program where we could not able to penetrate through their LFA fund, and then they have also help us in doing our viral tests. So more than 10 of us could able to do the testing with the support of LFA, and also not now, but before, they also help us, support us in doing some of our capacity building program also. They can still continue this sensitization come advocacy program. Through that, they can also prevent, at the same time automatically reduce stigma and discrimination.
Whether we are good or bad, we have been representing the people. We make laws for the people. So unless we create ourselves amongst us, what is the problem that we have been facing? We will not be able to do justice. So we thought by contributing ourselves and by getting involved ourselves into it, we will be able to do something for the problem that is faced by our society today. As far as we feel, and I feel, is that a healthy society can build a healthy nation. A sick society will also contribute to a sick economy of the nation and a state as well. So it is a must that we get involved into it. It's something like people look up to us for some extent for guidance or for whatever it is. So sometimes we may be wrong, but sometimes people tend to accept our visions and our point of view to some extent to be truth. And that's where we can contribute, especially in the creating awareness. We Nagas, being the religion, Christianity of 90%, we thought it will be best to involve the churches. So we started involving the churches. We encouraged the preachers, the pastors, the leaders of the church to speak in the church about AIDS, the problems. Because at one time it became a taboo to speak of all these things. But we cannot hide. We have to tell the truth. So I think that way we are able to contribute to some extent, but it is not enough. All the Nagas, we are a member of the church, a member of the village council, any society. So if you have how should I say, a really good Christian society, I think all this can come down to some extent. In one of the seminars, it requires about $25 for taking prevention. But when you get into a disease, it requires $50,000, even to that extent, for treatment. So it's better that we prevent it. I think we should target of prevention rather than cure. So I think that's where we have to change a little bit of our policy. The government should also look into this. Why people are taking to drugs? Why people are going into all these things, and why this is important is because it's all comes down to economic. It's all comes down to people having contented life or not. Now, it's the job of the government to provide contention, give equal opportunity to everybody. Then people, when they change, they have a contented life. Properly, they will not go into all this. As we represent the people, we need to also live an exemplary life. We need to control our life in such a way that is acceptable to the people as well as to your religion. So it is our responsibility to lead a life of a clean life. I believe we all have to control our lifestyle. We also have to show to the people that it is not the right. This is the right. That is our job, and create awareness. We cannot leave it now. And it will be a crime on the part of legislators to leave at this stage. We had a discussion and we decided to continue. At the same time, treatment also, I think we have to think of in what way we have to treat and detect. And also, I will feel that the government, while, if not all public, but while employment are being done, they can indirectly even have sort of tests, medical tests, wherein quietly this can be one of the criteria that the government can ask the medical department to screen it. So that way I think we can have contribute in different ways. We Naga youths, we are a small nation, we are a small state, with a smaller population compared to the rest of India. So if we have a sick population of majority, we cannot go forward. So we all should take care of our health, our morals, and also we should be true to ourselves. You may hide from others, but don't hide from yourself. If you have the AIDS, HIV, please come forward. Get yourself treated. Don't cheat yourself, but honest to yourself for your own good and the good of the society.
As we have seen, Nagaland legislators are serious about their responsibility in HIV awareness. Mr. Kuzolo Zonene, MLA and former Minister of Health and Family Welfare, has said, individual legislators should give their time as leaders and take up the ownership and create awareness in their respective constituencies. He also said that being leaders, they are responsible for their people's well-being.
And interestingly, Engineer Levi Rengma, recently Deputy Speaker of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, now Parliamentary Secretary, had said, and I quote, "I believe we all have to control our lifestyles. We also have to show our people what is right and wrong, and also create awareness, because that is a leader's job and responsibility," unquote.
That's all we have on LFA today. Do tune in again for more of this special series on LFA at 7:30 p.m. next day, tomorrow, on Nagaland Cornerstone TV, coming to you through your local cable TV. Till then, from all of us here, goodbye.